United in remembrance. A moment of reflection today, marking 2 years since the first lockdown of a pandemic which has taken so much from so many.
They took him in on the Sunday and he basically was diagnosed with COVID on the Tuesday, and that was it. We weren't allowed to see him, and then he died on the Thursday morning. So that was within 2 weeks he was gone.
Mary lost her partner Billy in 2020. His death certificate noted possible complications due to COVID. Her mother died from cancer 3 months later.
I don't think I even got a hug for about 6 weeks. And I didn't even get a hug from my mum because she was so vulnerable. I didn't get a hug from her until she was on her deathbed. And that was what was really, really tough, because you're left alone with your thoughts. You're just left alone to think about it, and you're in the same place. Everywhere you look, there's a ghost. You can see him sitting on the sofa. You can see him standing in the kitchen. I mean, it was just horrible. Losing your mum's bad enough, but when you lose your partner that you live with, it's just, and before your mum is just God. I wouldn't wish it on anybody.
I'm going to die, please save my life, were the words I said to the intensive care unit consultant on what was to become the most difficult period of my life.
Grant McIntyre contracted coronavirus shortly after lockdown. He spent 128 days in hospital, 86 of them in intensive care, making him Scotland's sickest coronavirus survivor. The dental consultant from Perthshire says he's incredibly grateful to be alive.
There still are people who are in hospital, very unwell, and others who sadly don't make the COVID journey. And I'm all too well aware that it's a virus that still kills.
From this evening, I must give the British people a very simple instruction. You must stay at home.
This stark message from the Prime Minister saw the streets of Scotland deserted as the first lockdown started. 2 more would follow. A mammoth response effort was launched by the NHS as it came under increasing pressure.
I'm obviously close to health and social care workers that have worked tirelessly over the last 2 years, but there's many people, from those that worked in the supermarkets right the way through to, as I say, health, social care workers and everybody in between. And my thanks goes to every single one of them. Things are different, and vaccines are the game changer. There's just no doubt about that. It's given us a level of immunity in society that means that the effects of the virus are less severe.
At the start of this pandemic, it was hoped the country could turn the tide of COVID in 12 weeks. But today there are more than 2,000 people in hospital and 39 COVID-linked deaths recorded in the past 24 hours. 2 years on, it's clear that the fight against coronavirus continues. Louise Hosey, STV News.